Good evening, Shravan sir. Good morning to the scope speakers, seniors, and my dear friends. First of all, let's start this session with invocation by Sandhya.
This is who we are. We are a team. Talented, energetic, astonishing mindsets. We can do anything and everything. We talk, we care, we respect each other. We see beauty in everyone and anything. We are connected by hearts and driven by values. We celebrate each other. We provide value to others. We take ownership in everything. We have freedom to make mistakes. We learn as we go. We are mad to make a difference. We love disruptive ideas. We make impossible things possible. We are strong to question the creation. We believe in dreaming big. If we do not dare to dream big, are we really living? Why be ordinary when we can be extraordinary? This is who we are.
Hello everyone. I am Supraja Pasladi, chemical engineering first year student and a member of organizing committee. First of all, I would like to thank my organization committee team who did the backup work and made this session happen. And welcome to the top speakers for today's session. Our seniors who have taken the responsibility of organizing the mock interviews and who were interviewed by the mentors are here to share their experience with us. Taking responsibility is harder. Believing in what we do is even more harder. But if we are a team, we can do anything and everything with the support of 5 people. This is what the reason behind success of mock interviews. So let's begin to know about the experience they had.
Wow.
Let's start to know with our Surya.
Thank you, Supraja. The mock interview was a one-of-a-kind experience, especially interacting with such an elegant panel who have vast knowledge in various areas of chemical engineering and entrepreneurship has been a great experience. The main takeaways which I had from this mock interview sessions were the lesson 1, always focus on the basics. The basics means right from the intermediate, the schooling basics. For example, the Boyle's law, the Charles law, etc. All these are very important. The lesson 2 which I learned was regularly brush up the technical knowledge. So the more number of times we get to revise the concepts, and we need to try to interconnect the concepts so that we can retain them in a better manner. And the lesson 3 is to focus on the applications of these concepts, how the theoretical knowledge can be used in designing a process. For example, how the formulae or the concepts of heat transfer can be translated into designing a heat exchanger. And the next lesson which I learned is creative thinking. Sometimes in the interview we will be asked questions such as situational questions. For example, what would you do if you were in that situation? So in order to answer these kind of questions, I think we need to be innovative and creative with our thinking. And this is only possible when we have a strong fundamental mindset, strong idea regarding the fundamentals of any topic. And we should also be well aware of the current technologies in the world and how the chemical engineering principles or engineering principles in general are being applied in these technologies. Coming to my interview, I'll gain a lot of knowledge about nuclear fuel, how the nuclear fuel is being produced and how it is being disposed. Before going into the interview, I had very limited amount of knowledge regarding nuclear waste disposal. But during the interview, I got to know a lot regarding the technologies which are being implemented around the world and also in India. The amazing fact which I got to know during the interview is that India is the only country which employs a closed loop nuclear fuel disposal. That means the nuclear waste in all other countries, the nuclear fuel follows a linear path. That is, the nuclear fuel is made, the nuclear fuel is used, and then it is disposed of. Whereas in India, it is not directly disposed of. The waste is recycled several times so that the waste which is finally being disposed is minimum. And I also learned about the techniques which are being used for this waste disposal. For example, one of the method is you take the nuclear waste and embed it in glass. This way, glass prevents the radiation from escaping it. And then you store it underground in geological formations, such as coal mines, abandoned coal mines, and other deep geological formations. Overall, the interview experience has given me a lot of confidence regarding the knowledge that I have gained and the way I was able to present it. And it also showed me that there was a lot of room for improvement. And the comments that I received from Meena Garu and all the panelists were very encouraging. Thank you.
Hey Surya, thank you. That was really good. Brahma and Tarun, can you make notes today, because you are the ones who are preparing the web page on how chemical engineering students should be learning? Okay, so Surya, have you, when you said about lesson 1, lesson 2, lesson 3, did you write them down, or did you speak, I
wrote them down.
Okay, can you share that with Brahma?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Thank you.
Thank you, Suryanna. Now we would like to hear from Kavyashree Akka.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Kavyashree from 4th year Chemical Engineering. First, I'd like to thank the ESL for organizing such mock interview, which is very helpful to us, where we got to speak to such amazing panelists. Thank you very much. This is my first core interview. All the other interviews which I faced were related to software and all. So this was my first core interview. I would suggest, first of all, for any interview, for whatever we know, in order to present that properly, we need to be confident, first of all. And we can be confident when we are well prepared, and also when we are well prepared in terms of technical knowledge and also general tips while we attend an interview. What happened with me was, regarding technical knowledge, like Surya said, there is a constant need to revise our technical knowledge, improve that. Otherwise, at the right time, we know what it is, but we cannot say, we'll forget these things. And I did a lot of mistakes. So I felt the need to go back, study. I haven't started, so we need to prepare well. We need to go into the basics first of all. We need to have a strong sense of fundamentals. We need to understand them well. And also about the concepts, we must be able, we should be aware of the applications of the concepts that we are learning. And we should be aware of where they are being used in the industry. We all might have attended internships at any point of time. So they could ask you about the principles that have been used in the reactors or anything that we have seen in the industry. So also I was asked about internship. So you need to have a good knowledge of what you did at your internship. So, and also you'll have an idea of the chemical engineering equipment when you visit your internship. So you'll have to be in a position to portray what you have learned. Since technically I couldn't answer properly, to be frank. So I was getting stuck because I was not finding words. I actually forgot, to be honest. So otherwise, the other questions which I faced were the general questions, like what are your strengths, who is your role model. Be confident and be honest, I would say. Whenever we narrate our own experiences, something that we have learned from our own experiences, that will be more honest, instead of going for the questions. We might all see many questions, general questions before attending an interview. We might see, okay, these are the general questions and these might be the answers. But when we answer from our personal experience, we are being more honest to ourselves. In that way, we can be even more confident, we can present it, and that's a genuine conversation when you're honest to yourselves. So I would suggest everyone to be good with your fundamentals, to understand the applications, and also when you are thorough with, when you have a confidence that okay, I'm good with the technical knowledge, you'll be able to face the interview with a lot more confidence. Otherwise, you might feel bad that you couldn't answer these questions. But again, whenever you face an interview, no matter whether you have answered or not, it's a learning experience. You'll know where you have been lacking. You'll know where you need to focus. And it was an amazing panel, and I got to know that I need to work on my technical knowledge a lot. So thank you for the opportunity to speak now. Thank you.
Thank you, Akka, for your valuable suggestions. Now, can we hear from Nikhilana?
Thank you, Supraja. So, firstly, I would like to thank the idea which Meena ma'am came up with, like top mock interviews, and then getting that idea into application. So there we took it forward, and many students came. Like, firstly, coming forward to attend a mock interview is something really important. Like, you take a step ahead, and then that is where you start learning some things. And also, so it was really some different experience what no one would get experienced before, because the interview panelists were very experienced, and also they know that they also interviewed many people. Like, that is how it really helped us. And also, to mention about like most of the things are covered by Kavya and Surya. So I would like to mention few key things which I learned, and not only through this mock interview, also in the process of viewing other interviews. Like, the first thing what I look at in this way, like, attending an interview will have three stages. Like, basically two are the main important things. Like, one is to be ready for the interview. Second is to present yourself in the interview. Third is to learn the things what you like, learn from the mistake you did in the interview. So basically, when you go for the interview, what things we need to make sure to do better is, like, I got to know these things, like the resume. So whatever you write in your resume will be asked. So be sure with what you presented in your resume. So what I observed is that they look at your resume and they ask that questions, points you mentioned in the interview, and that is how it adds to your point, because like what you mentioned in the resume, you definitely might have worked on it. So if you revise them, the chances of you getting through the interview very well is very high. And the other thing about the resume is that write what you really did. So if you do some makeup things, it will really be hard for you, because once you write something you don't know, if they ask you, you are in a different side because you are unable to answer it. And make sure that you revise the things what you mentioned in the resume. And also the other thing is preparing for the interview. Preparing in the sense, maybe we'll have the job role or the job description they might be mentioning before the hand. So we look at that job description and know how you can correlate with that job descriptions, like whether you did internship related to something or the other. So those are the key things, because once you mention that internship thing, what you did, and you connect with that job description, then you are on a plus point. And also like preparing in the sense, prepare. So few suggestions have been given, like you prepare on the one which you are more confident with, and the other parts you be basic level. In the fundamental levels you be very strong. And this fundamental thing what Surya and Kavya mentioned are really important, because in the interview they don't want us to know everything what is happening. They just want to know whether we are strong in the fundamentals. And also as Surya mentioned that we need to be updated, like what is happening. Suppose say you say that you are interested in the sustainable energy related field. If they ask a question that what is the latest thing happening in this world related to sustainable energy, if you are unable to answer it, it's going to be something minus point to you. So what you speak should be what you write in the resume, and what you speak should be able to correlate. And other thing is interview part. We usually whenever we look at interview, why we attend interview, in the sense we for the job, right? So keeping in the mind that whether I'll get the job or not, we try to get deviated from the way we present ourselves. So we need to be able to present ourselves confidently. Why I say this is, if you are not confident about presenting yourself, if you are not confident about yourself, then how would you expect the other person to feel confident about you? That is the main point which makes you the entire gets you through the entire interview. And Surya also mentioned the process of thinking, right? So that thought process, they'll also check, they'll give some situations wherein you will be asked to handle that situation. If you are in that situation, how would you handle that situation? And basically this improves, as Surya mentioned, like if you're strong in the fundamentals. And the other thing what I feel is that you need to discuss more on the things with the people. Like if you do things together as a team, the process or the thinking process will change, and you'll get an habit of going through a process for thinking something. And that way, whatever problem when you get onto you'll be easily able to like tackle and say how you will handle that situation. And that is something important. And coming to my experience, the points I covered now are the one which I have experienced through it. Like they mainly asked about the fundamental things what I know, and also the last main point is that the clarity of thought what you have, like the goal clarity and the role clarity. Suppose say they'll definitely what I observed is most of the interview panelists would like to know what is your goal. So I better suggest or make sure, like let you know that you should be making sure that you know what you want to do 5 years or 10 years from now. It doesn't mean you should fix on it, but you should have a basic set of the goal, so that you'll be able to present yourself in a better way. And for me, that was the thing which was a key point. Like I was able to say what was my goal, and the clarity of thought what I had. And also the one more point is that you be more interactive, and it's not like you should be more interactive, and you should have a smile on your face. That is when you will have a nice or good interview by the end. At the end, at the least case, what we'll be having. like we might not get that job, but we should make sure that that half an hour or that 1 hour we create something for them, like we create some happiness or we say what we did for them. That is something really important, I guess, because having a smile makes them smile, and that is when the initial state of interaction comes in. And once that interaction connection sparks, the interview will be very smooth enough.
Thank you, Nikhil. Now, can we know experience of Sandhya Akka?
Good morning, everyone. I want to say a few things about the mock interview which I have attended. Firstly, thank you for Meena ma'am and Shravan sir to this great opportunity is providing to us. Firstly, I want to say the main thing is we have to focus on your strengths. What are the strengths we have to be? If someone all are having a weaknesses, but they are thinking that we are have these weaknesses, and how to we can achieve. Firstly, if we focus on our strengths mainly, we will get success confidently. Nothing is impossible if we try hard and if we try more and more. We should give our 100% performance, and but not leave any work at 99% only. And we should work hard on what is our passion about. Suppose I have my passion in two things. Firstly, in chemical engineering, and second one is marketing and sales. In mock interview, I have explained about the idea of me that with the plastics, I'm doing a flower pot. I have an idea to market it, but I don't know how to do marketing. I got you may know about my job offer that I got a job in marketing and sales company that is Triad Incorporation, right? So with that I'm joining it that because of I will learn about marketing more, and may I present my marketing and may I use my marketing idea in the future by learning from the Triad Incorporation. So this mock interview gave me how to prepare for an interview. Accordingly, Srinivas and our Shravan sir told me I have a great I have a strong voice. I worked on my strong voice and communication skills to present in the interview. So I got this opportunity by words of Shravan sir. So that I would like to say thank you, and thank you so much for Shravan sir. I worked hard within a 1 day. So I like to say that a day given me an opportunity to be success. If you work hard for 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, you may expect that how success will you get. So for this, we should not feel panel like our strangers. We should feel they are our future givers. So thank you so much. Once think about your strengths and weaknesses and work out on your strengths. Thank you so much for giving this opportunity to talk.
Thank you, Sandhya. Now we are eagerly waiting to hear from our Vinayanda.
Thank you, Supraja. Sandhya, congratulations on your job offer. And Surya, Nikhil, Kavya has covered most of the points that which I wanted to tell, and I'm so happy for that. Like hearing it from different persons in their own way makes it more impactful and makes them go straight into their brains. And I wish I have got this interview experience in my first or second year, such that I'll be more prepared through the years. So it might seem like a common dialogue that is being told by everyone, but it's not. And what, Triveni? Yeah. Okay. Though I had only one-time interview experience in the Soap Mock interview, I have got an opportunity to listen to many interviews, such that I have got five more experiences. So if I look at all of them and broke them down into the basics, so I have seen the basic 5 questions in this way. So the first question is introduce yourself, where they will be introducing where they want to get introduced to yourself, who you are, what you do, how you think, how you present yourself, what is your take on life. Like they'll be observing all this. These are all according to my observations, and then with this introduction only they'll be getting an idea of how they want to progress with other questions. I really felt like they just had only basic questions in their mind, and they are not very prepared for each and every person. Like it's not very prepared in the sense it is not a scripted thing. Your previous answer will drive them to the next question. So that means you are the driver for your question, which I heard from Varshini Akka. And also this introduction will make them think how you want to present yourself. So if you are very confident on this introduction, like basic things will be there, like your name, your father name, and your details. But apart from that, what is your goal? What you do daily? What you have been doing in the past 4 years? What you want to do with your life? You can mention everything. You are free to mention, such that you are telling them and you are giving them hints on what they should ask. So to give you an example, like Surya's interview started in a very interesting way. Like though he is having some PhD offers from foreign universities, Shravan sir told that make it a full mock interview. So Surya is having no opportunities now. Now he is going to apply for a job in NFC. Like so that was the way it was started, and like Surya started it with a sentence that he is interested in the nuclear fuel waste. So that is the one sentence that interested them, like anything. They kept on asking only on that single question, nuclear fuel waste. I don't know whether Surya was prepared or not, but I loved the way Surya was spontaneous about the same thing, like the concepts that we have learned in our 9th and 10th class about the nuclear boron wastes and control rods. I hope you remember. So those were all covered, and Surya was very spontaneous. Like he was mentioning everything that comes into his brain regarding the nuclear thing, and he has been correcting. So they were so impressed. So like I felt it like it was like a IAS interview when Surya was being interviewed. Like there will be interviews in the YouTube, right? Like the sample interviews where you can be prepared by observing those interviews. So I felt every interview as that, and also especially Ulhas sir. Yeah. And also the second question goes like this, like it might be on your objective, or it might be on your interests or the skills that you mentioned in the resume. For me, they have asked me about the things that I mentioned in my objective. So where I mentioned I want to be a confident, reliable, and a honest leader. So they asked me how I define them. So and also when it comes to like Chandar, he really mentioned about the sports interest he had, and the interviewers asked many questions about them to look at his passion in sports and how he can apply that in the job. Like, and also the third question is the most basic question, and also everyone should be prepared for this. Like, what is your 4th year project? And they really did mention about the way they examine our interest in the 4th year project that we have done, because it is the only project that we do according to them. And also you should be more and more confident from the basics on that project. For example, if someone copied his senior project, he won't be that confident, right? So they really did mention, you should be doing you should be very particular on your project, and you should be knowing everything that you have mentioned regarding the 4th year project. So like, prepare in this way. If you you'll be doing your project for 6 to 7 months, right? So you should be able to at least speak for 20 to 30 minutes on everything that you have done. If you are that confident on your project, then every question they shoot out, you'll be able to answer. So I was at the basic level of my 4th year project, and I have explained it good enough. Like what they have asked, I have explained it, and they really want to see the application of the project that you are doing. Like, are you thinking in that way or not? Are you able to connect the things or not? And the 4th question, as Triveni was mentioning, like what was the basic fundamental questions they have asked. So they have asked about the favorite subject of students, such that like, suppose say if you don't like a subject, and they kept on asking questions about that will simply take away your confidence, and also they won't be getting nothing. So since you are telling that you are confident in a particular subject, so they want to check how confident you are in, how deeply you got into the subject. Deeper in the sense, it's about the confident understanding that you have on that concept. It really need not deal with the complex formulas that should be remembered, but it's about the way you connect the things. So it is a basic question for everyone. So you should be really prepared on what subject you are liking, and also you should be able to answer the questions that are asked. So if you tell something like you're interested in some subject, and you are down with the second question only, then they will be thinking, he likes this subject, but he is not able to answer. So that won't give good senses. So you find your favorite subject, at least one subject. Or if you like every subject, you can tell like, I like every subject, so you can ask questions from any subject. if you are like that. And also the 5th question is the general question, like it is about the way you think, and the goals you have in life, and the way like your strengths and the weaknesses, if any. Also you should like also I have written 10 more points that can be like checklisted before you go into interview. So I thought before attending the interview, I thought there will be some generalized set of questions, and I'll be asked those, like, what are your strengths, and what are the projects that you have done. But they are really looking at the resume. I didn't expect that. They're really taking time and looking at the resume and going through everything that you have written. And if they find anything interesting, then you'll be asked that question. So they are being specific to the person. It's not like generalized set of questions. So your resume will be the one thing that will make your interview more confident. Like if you write resume in your own way, without copying from others and without getting it from internet, you have written it right. So then they will be knowing your personality. Then you'll be asked in that way only. And And also, as Nikhil said, like whatever you mention in the resume, you should be able to tell them out confidently. Like if you're not very confident about a project that you have done before, maybe in the first or second year, it is better not to mention. If they go deeper into it, you can't do anything. You can do anything, right? So I felt in that way. And also I could observe the things that when others are answering, the questions they are asking are to analyze how this boy or girl is thinking, how he is able to connect the things, how he is able to take the basic formula, think of a thing and connect to the question. Like these are all the things I observe. And also mainly you will have to also have the surroundings knowledge, like the current affairs that is going on. If, suppose say for the nuclear thing, the disaster that has happened was Chernobyl blast, right? So that was asked. So you and also the basic questions that were asked were like something from agricultural strikes that are going on. Like farmers are doing strikes, right? So that was also asked. So they said you should be having that basic awareness of what is going on. And also at the end of the day, before preparing for the mock, before preparing for the interview, yes, you know all the dress code that is to be put on, and also the way you should present yourself. Also, you should be preparing mentally, which is what I did before my interview. So before my interview, like the before days were less confident, and I was not really into the things that I have written in the resume, because in the resume it is our confident we, and where we'll be happy to see ourselves in that way. But before my interview, I was not very confident, to speak out everything that I have written in the resume. So I took some time and I really thought about me for many hours. Like, who am I? What am I doing? What I have been doing? And how should I answer? So I just prepared mentally, such that any question they'll be asking, I'll be able to at least receive it in the positive way. Okay, so preparing mentally is the most important thing that I have observed. And yeah, also the one more last point was, be specific of what you are talking. Since we are engineers, they'll see for the metrics, and they will see for the specificity in our answers. So suppose say what you wanted to do with your life means, I want to be the best I can be. Like, answers kind of these will be okay, but they won't really add any value to you, because anyone will be telling the same answers, right? So this is what I observed. Suppose say if I'm a good observer, that which I observed in Nikhil. Like we attended a campus recruitment training, and then Nikhil, will you share that experience?
Before mentioning that about that CRT campus recruitment training program what we attended, I want to mention two things which I missed it. Like, eye contact is really important, because if you are I did that mistake in the previous interview, like in the mock interview. Like, if you are watching at some other thing and you are telling here, it really doesn't make sense. Like, it looks like you are talking to someone else, like you're getting answers from someone else. So that is important. And also, I think Sriram sir mentioned about this. Like, also, I found it really important, because when you go for an interview, like suppose say you go for a core interview, you mentioning completely about your software skills will not make that impactful. So whatever you have in the core things, what projects you did, if you mention that will be okay. And you can even mention those things, but according to the job description or according to the interview you are attending, you need to try to change it accordingly. If not, if you send for every interview, if you send the same resume, the chances that you will do better is very less. And about that CRT, campus recruitment training, it happened in our third year. Actually, the college with the help of like UCE, we had a times mock interview, and they were helping us to know how to get better in campus recruitment training. And there I took a step ahead in attending the mock interview. In like there one of those people who were telling us how to attend the interview, what kind of dress code and all. They asked to give a try for the mock interview. And there that time I was not very sure about how to be in the interview and how to present ourselves. I was not very specific, so I was saying that I observe many things. So he was saying that be specific, exemplify. So, but how you observe things. So I was I was not very sure how to present it, but I was sure that I can observe things. But that is where we make mistakes. Like, we know what we are, but we are unable to say how we are that. So that was something which was important. And also like general statements like I learn things from everything. If you say like that, so they might come up with situations where you will be asked that how you will learn from this situation. So if you are that kind of person, you'll definitely answer it, but you need to be specific. Like, we'll mention about the strengths, right? So in the strengths, if you say I am a lead, I play leadership roles very well, I am very good at team. So if you say that, they'll definitely ask you that exemplify how you are a better team, how you do like play a role of teammate very better way. And these are the very basic things, and everything connects with the resume, right? So that is something important, and exemplifying being specific is very important.
Yes, I wanted to add one more point. Like, before the interview, I just went into the perfection mode, anamata. Like, ante I should be perfect in everything ankoni. If I am not perfect, how can I attend the interview ani anukunnanu anamata. So then I later realized before 1 hour of the interview that I can't really reinvent myself in the last 1 hour. I can't really portray myself in the new Vinay way in the last 1 hour. So I should be like, as Sanjay Akka said, I should be only concentrating on the strengths I have and the confidence I have developed all through the years. Like, you really can't bring out a new person in you to attend the interview. You really can't mark yourself. You just have to present who you are. That's it. Our realization వచ్చిన తర్వాత అయితే like, okay, I can't be perfect, but I can be perfect to the terms I have been. అన్నట్టుగా అనిపించింది. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, Anna.
About interview, I don't know what is to from all other interviews. All interviewers are from chemical industry background. So for me, it is very easy to tackle with them because they don't know and I don't know what they ask. So the first thing is start to work on it. Then I thought it's a basic thing is resume. Wherever not only for me, to everyone. The thing is resume, which is very important. They only look at resume and pick up the things from there and ask you what you are learning. So so 2 days completely sitting on resume, and I wrote what that makes sense to me, and even I can answer from that. So um, according to the experiences, I never thought that is an interview because I have no fear at all. And when I'm going. I wasn't outside even half an hour before. So I, I just want to give an experience how it would be as me if if I'm not prepared. So I went, and so but one thing which is I felt is if you write anything in your resume, you have to be very clear on that. So for example, what the situation came to me is they asked me about team building, and I am a very good leader. I have written those sentences, and they asked me the same question. So the people always like telling stories, right? So if you say anything situation or story, they will listen to you. But if you are saying general way, they won't think that much about you. So what I learned is if you going to any leadership skills, so if you were asked to that type of question, say directly that this has happened for me. For example, I have worked in a team along with my Voices of Alumni Women's Edition, where there are different people, like 3 or 4 different branches and different timings. We used to have a very coordination. That work ethic also we have completed our book. So this, if you tell the way what is our story behind it, it's okay. But I went through like in a generalized manner. That means I didn't mention what I'm going to like what in what is whatever. So because they don't know if I say generalized, so that make me to understand that next time it will be a very good to tell real story to them. So that makes them too clear, and for me also it will be a very genuine. So that and remaining for according to our branch or study wise, they didn't ask me any academic concepts. But the thing here is they only saw my way of talking. They said I'm not confident. So, but one thing I want to clearly mention is before going to interview, I have seen all other interviews like Surya interview, Sandhya interview. So just before going, like if I just 15 minutes before, I have seen their videos. So one thing I understood is if you before going to 15 minutes or half an hour, don't look at other interviews, because if you I thought like I'm the way of telling, I just influenced by their interviews, the way of talking with them. So I'm not the way I am when I was in interview. So it's better to learn from them, but it's not the way to copy from them. So the mistake is I've done the way they told, the frequency they used, I have also used the same thing. So that made interviewers to not understand what I am. So that is the best learning. Yeah, so ఇంకేమైనా గుర్తు వస్తే చెప్తా.
Thank you, Akka. So my question to all the speakers is, what is the importance of mock interview?
Before answering this question, I'd also like to add few points. So I've attended some 3 to 4 interviews, I guess. I would like to mention about the mistakes that I've made. The very first question that I've been asked in the mock interview is, how good are you in your technical knowledge? So how are you? How would you grade yourself? That is the first question. I actually wanted to say good. but by mistake I just said good enough. So it changes a lot when you say you're good enough. When you say, you understand that, right? So when you say you're good enough, and I immediately faltered because as Nikhil said, one of the next questions that they ask is, so what is your favorite subject? When you say that you're good enough and you're not able to choose a subject at least, because you know, when you say that you're good at some subject, there is a favorite subject. There is a scope of them asking questions from the smallest range to high range questions based on the fundamentals itself. But still, you need to be confident, and I was underconfident based on